today is about celebrating. It's celebrating our top 2% of our students from across the Arlington ISD. Yes, that deserves applause. And it's about celebrating the people who helped to get them there. Today, each of our students in our top 2% will honor a special teacher that had an impact in their lives. And that's why we call this the Student Teacher Achievement Recognition Luncheon. We had to make an acronym out of it, so you're all stars. It's great. Congratulations on being stars. But here's one thing that we know. No star rises alone. To get to the top 2% students, I'm willing to bet there were a whole bunch of people standing behind you to help that star rise. So to all of our parents that are here, our principals, the school counselors who just work tirelessly to help our students achieve their dreams, to your friends that back you up and you were like, well, I can't really do that activity, I gotta study. All of those people combined together in your lives are also stars that help your star shine. So thank you to everyone who supports our great students. So with that, I'm going to introduce you to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos.
So thank you so much for joining us today and for being so happy. Yeah, this is a time of year where we just, it's all the emotions wrapped up together in school. So if you want to really feel school, you can go to pre-K. That'll be fun. They're trying to figure out when's the last day of school. You've already figured out when the last day of school is, right? Yeah, it's not today, by the way, students, it's not today. But I want to thank you for being such great students and such great parents and such great stars that we're honoring today as both you as a student and the employee and the faculty. So our work that we do collectively in the district and in public education is highly, highly dependent on your performance and the things you've done in school. Because you raise the bar, you continue the excellence, you're a model for other students. And whether you realize it or not, other students and other staff members and other community members, we all look up to you because you've achieved something very, very important, and that is to be at the top of your class. And I was talking to some of you over there before dessert, which is probably the happiest place in the whole world because you just want dessert and you want me to get out of the way, but you had to answer some questions. And I asked if you were excited about the end of school, and you are. And I asked, more importantly, where you're going to school next. And many of you, all of you, have high dreams and aspirations. And that is so fulfilling. It is so fulfilling for me, for the people that are invited here, for the staff, for your parents. And I just encourage you to always remember the excellence that you have been delivering in your school. Always remember the fact that you have a strong support system of a community, of a school district, of parents, of family, a very strong support system that loves you. And loves you for who you are, right? And we have about 60,000 students, so we have a whole bunch of students all over this district. But today, it's about you and your accomplishments. And the last thing I'll say is I encourage you, as many of you have already done, to continue to give back. You have taken advantage of so many opportunities. And the blessing is when you pay those back, right? When we always pay those back so that others can take advantage of that opportunity as well. Which means that you continue the high expectations you have, you drive and motivate others, you compete, because many of you are very competitive. You told me how all these things work and how you made it to where you are, that you continue to drive that spirit in this country. Because we need you. We need you more than ever to continue making our country the best in the world. And you're a representation of that. And not to put the weight of the world on you, but we're trying to. You are our future. And you know that, right? And so I remember when old people would talk to us in high school. I consider myself rather old. And I remember sitting there as a senior or junior and thinking, yeah, the future and all this, and you know. But time does fly. And you do become, just like you are now, an example and a role model for us. And you lead. So I asked in that whole candy and dessert bar, it's not a bar, but you know what I mean. I asked, are you going to be the next superintendent? Do you want to be a superintendent? Not one person said yes. Not one. What a smart crowd. What a smart group of students. You guys are great. You demonstrated that excellence, but I sincerely appreciate you, and I appreciate the parents, family members. Thank you so much for your investment in Arlington ISD, but more importantly, your investment in the students. To the staff and faculty that have been invited, you're very special because you've left a mark on these students that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. And I know as employees and teachers, we remember those things for the rest of our lives as well.
I hope your tummies are full. I hope you enjoyed your lunch. And it is so nice to look around this room and see all of the smiling faces. So on behalf of your Arlington ISD trustees, we just wanted to say congratulations. Congratulations for your hard work. Congratulations for being able to see the fruits of your labor. And congratulations for us to be able to congratulate you and celebrate you on something that you have done that is quite amazing and deserves to be celebrated. I would like for all of the parents in the room to just stand up so that we can give you a round of applause. Good work, good job, and congratulations, parents, for being able to see the fruit of the foundations that we know that you have laid for your students. So I just want to say, as I'm looking around, it is very nice to be able to acknowledge this accomplishment from all of our high schools. But what I see is the same representation that each of you students are going to take with you as you continue your educational career. You're going to be in different places, but you're still going to be representing hard work. You're still going to be setting an example for those around you at whatever colleges you plan on attending. So just remember to continue the hard work that you've done. And I know it's not easy, and it may not be easy as you continue, but what you have now is you've seen that you've been able to do it. So continue with that work ethic that you have done so far as we look forward to hearing about your wonderful careers in the future. And how exciting that you get to go back and recognize a teacher. Additional affirmation, I hope, to teachers of the difference that you make in the classroom. Hopefully an affirmation that you see that your students are listening and they are watching. And sometimes the only way you know that really is as a result of their success that you see in the classroom. So I hope that everybody has an opportunity to sit back, enjoy this luncheon, enjoy the things and the stories that we are about to hear. I know I'm very excited. So once again, on behalf of the Arlington ISD trustees, congratulations.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeff Krieger. I'm the principal of Arlington Collegiate High School. And we're a unique campus. I'm sure maybe some of you don't know exactly what we do, but our goal at our early college high school is to really support the students who need us the most. So we really provide a high level of support for our kids so they can get their associate's degrees and then also their high school diplomas at the same time. And we're in kind of a unique situation for our campus. This past Saturday, we graduated 100 of our students across the stage at TCC for their college graduation. So we're still just a couple weeks away from high school, but we're ready to get our kids past through college graduation. So I'm gonna clap for that. So for our school to be able to do the things that we do, it really takes incredible amount of support from our teachers, but it also takes a great amount of support from our senior counselor. So I want to make sure that I do a shout out here for Ms. Tanya Hastings, our senior counselor. She did an incredible job working with these kids. All right, so when you only have 100 students graduating, we only have 2 in the top 2%. It makes it pretty easy. All right, so first up is going to be our salutatorian, Angela Rios. Angela is going to go to TCU and major in biology. And she chose Mr. Gonzalez, who is our advanced Algebra 2 teacher. The students had that as their sophomore year. Okay. She wrote about Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez is passionate about teaching and helping his students succeed. He is always available to answer any questions I had in his class, and he helped me a lot during my senior year. Especially, Mr. Gonzalez helped me prepare for the SAT and helped me with my calculus class in my senior year. His support motivated me to continue working hard to achieve my goals. All right, then next up is our valedictorian, Nicole Rodriguez. Okay, Nicole is planning on going to UTA, and she is going to major in computer science. And she chose Ms. Barnes, who is our History 1301 and History 1302 teacher and during the student's sophomore year. And she chose Ms. Barnes because of her empathetic personality towards her students. Ms. Barnes has taught me always to believe in myself when I have doubts. Even though the tough times at high school, she always told me to keep my head up high. Ms. Barnes is a teacher I could count on to listen to my problems and reassure me with her kind words that everything was going to be okay. She has always shown she cares for her students' well-being, whether it's going to be physical or mental health. Without Ms. Barnes' kind words, I would have a difficult time going easy on myself and enjoying the present moment. Nicole Rodriguez. All right, next up is Stacy Humbles from Arlington High School.
Before I begin introducing my top 2%, I do want to thank my entire counseling department. Okay, my first student, Allison Buer. Allison is our salutatorian. She will be going to Brigham Young University to study biology. Her teacher is Nathan Buram, band teacher, who she's had in 9th through 12th grade. Allison says, ever since I first walked in the band hall for summer band freshman year, Mr. Buram encouraged me to do my best all of the time, especially when I felt like giving up. He has taught me the importance of hard work and perseverance through his example that he sets for me and all of his other students. He puts his all into his students and genuinely cares about their success, whether it be in his class, other classes, or even personal life. Through Mr. Buram, I have come to love and appreciate music. Allison Buer. Next is Jeffrey Casillas. Jeffrey is going to UT in Austin to study biology. His teacher is Paul Williams, avid teacher at Arlington High. Jeffrey says, I chose this teacher because he is different from the rest. He is just like an uncle that I never had. In all that I have done, I've known this man for the last 4 years of my high school career. He has given me some of the best advice in my life. Moreover, not once have I ever felt uncomfortable or depressed when I was around Coach Williams. He's the best teacher I have ever had. Oh, I forgot to say the 3 words. Allison's 3 words, resilient, determined, and true. And Jeffrey's 3 words, quiet, shy, and handsome. Mary Nell Cravens. Mary Nell is going to the University of Texas to study business. Her teacher is Alan Austin, AP U.S. History teacher at Arlington High. I chose Coach Austin because he has been in my life since I was born. He is someone who I can always count on, and he's always been in my corner. He pushed me, challenged me, and always expected the best from me. I am forever grateful for Coach Austin, AKA Pops. And Mary Nell's 3 words to describe herself, loyal, hardworking, and thoughtful. Next is Jacob Fulton. Jacob is going to the University of Texas at Arlington to study nursing. His teacher is Mandy Martin, a 9th grade honors English teacher who is now at Mansfield High School. She turned a subject that I did not enjoy into one that I can still remember 3 years later. Out of all the classes I have memories from, I definitely can remember the most from her class. I actually got excited to go into her class, and I've only ever felt like this for teachers that I feel made school something bigger than just classwork and grades. Jacob describes himself as dedicated, hardworking, and tenacious. Next, Andrea Guardado. Andrea is going to UT Arlington to study biology, and her teacher is Ryan Willingham, who is our art teacher at Arlington High. I've had him since my freshman year, and he has taught me so much, not only about art, but also how to express myself through art. Andrea Guardado. Next is Carolyn Hendricks. Carolyn's going to the University of Texas at Austin to study biochemistry. Her teacher is Deborah Arnold, her 8th grade teacher from Bailey Junior High. She says, Mrs. Arnold was one of the most diligent teachers I had at ensuring that her students were not only successful, but comfortable and taken care of. She taught me that it's okay not to be good at things the first time around, and that you just have to pick yourself up and try again. Carolyn's 3 words to describe herself are compassionate, reliable, and driven. Next is Valerie Hennessy. Valerie is going to Indiana University to study finance. Her teacher is Lance Newman, our choir teacher at Arlington High. I chose Mr. Newman as my guest today because of his unwavering support and love this year. When I struggled with prepping for choir competitions, Mr. Newman had tissues in one hand and notes for my sight reading in another. He always had time to walk me through any issues or simply give me advice, and I'm exponentially grateful that I found a true friend in my teacher. Every day in class, Mr. Newman shines with kindness, and he greets everyone with a contagious smile. Her 3 words are dedicated, compassionate, and altruistic. Next up is Julia Laswell. Julia is going to TCU to study economics. Her teacher is Kristen Crocker, her sophomore Advanced English 2 teacher, and her senior IB Theory of Knowledge teacher, and Kristen's at Arlington High. Mrs. Crocker has always pushed me to achieve my full potential, and she has provided both academic and personal support while I've known her at AHS. Her 3 words are passionate, hardworking, and confident. Next up is Aloe Moore. Aloe will be going to the University of Texas at Austin to study aerospace engineering. Her teacher is Sarah Womack, a kindergarten teacher. Mrs. Womack, being my first ever teacher, helped me fall in love with learning, and she helped me build confidence in myself. She made me feel safe and had a huge impact on how highly I value education. And Aloe's words are clever, optimistic, and determined. Next is Hien Nguyen. Hien is going to the University of Texas at Arlington to study biology. Her teacher is Christy Carden, her 10th grade teacher at Arlington High School. She has always been there for me. She has always been understanding and has always cared for my education and for me as an individual. She not only guides me to become a better student, but also a better person. She pushes me to be the best that I can and continues to encourage me throughout my high school career. Since the very beginning, she has always helped me out, even after my year of being her student. She's always been there for me and my family. And Hien's words are strong-willed, passionate, and loving. Our valedictorian, Odessa Segura. She'll be going to TCU to study computer science. Odessa's teacher is Susan McKissick, her AP English teacher in 11th grade when she was at Arlington High. Miss McKissick is now at Lamar. She pushed me further than I thought I could go. English language was the hardest English class I have ever taken, yet she remained confident that we could all succeed. She guided me bit by bit, and I am amazed at the progress I have made in my English writing. Odessa's words are ambitious, tenacious, and persistent. And finally, Sydney Seibold. Sydney is going to Texas A&M to study business administration. Her teacher is Tanner Grimm, her 9th grade pre-AP World Geo, 11th grade AP Psychology, and 12th grade AC-DEC teacher, and he is at Arlington High. Mr. Grimm has always had my back and my best interests in mind. In all the years I had him, he pushed me to be better, celebrated my accomplishments, and supported me in every extracurricular I took on. He was always there to give sound advice, encouraged me through hard times, and made me laugh. I admire him because he is selfless, considerate, and thoughtful. Mr. Grimm has always believed in me, even when I didn't always believe in myself, and it means the world to me. Sydney's words are tenacious, passionate, and leader. Next up, I am introducing the fantastic Rennie Lizardo from Bowie High School.
It's surreal to think that the top 2%, not just of every high school, but all the high schools are in this room. We could probably lock these doors and these kids will figure out world hunger and world peace in a couple hours. I truly believe that. They are an amazing group of individuals. It's my pleasure to introduce the top 10% of Bowie High School, so we will get right into it. Our first student is Justice Austin, who will be attending the University of Texas at Austin, studying psychology. The teacher she is recognizing today is Gabriela Salas, who taught her Algebra 2 her sophomore year at James Bowie High School. She says Ms. Salas extended herself to all her students to ensure that we are all successful in her class and beyond. She shows selflessness, genuine care, and offers her full efforts to everyone she teaches. Her 3 words are persistent, helpful, and a leader. Justice, good job. Our next student is Hannah Bowie. Hannah Bowie will be going to UT Arlington to study biology. Her teacher that she has selected today is Shalyn Griggs, who taught her English in her senior year at Bowie High School. She says, she made the biggest impact on me throughout my senior year. I knew her back when I was a sophomore, but when I met her as a teacher, she was very familiar. She was there at times when I really needed it. She was always involved with everyone. She cared for everyone's well-being and came to understand us. I didn't get to have her as a teacher for the full year. Ms. Griggs became our instructional coach, so she got pulled out of the classroom. But I did greatly appreciate all the time I had with Ms. Griggs. The time I spent with her is very meaningful to me, and I would hands down think about her whenever she taught us how to get through a hard time. 3 words for Hannah are genuine, diligent, and energetic. Thank you, Hannah. Good job. Our next student is Alexis Lee. Alexis is going to go to UT Arlington to learn computer science. Alexis chose Christy Taylor as the teacher, taught AP and IB psychology at Bowie High School. Miss Taylor has always managed to brighten my day. The way she carries herself is so admirable. She never fails to create a positive environment, notably in her classrooms. She knows how to have a good time while simultaneously teaching us students effectively. Aside from being my teacher, Ms. Taylor is also my safe space. She's one of the few people I feel comfortable with sharing my personal struggles and asking for help. I'm so grateful to have her as a teacher and as a friend for the last 2 years. Although I might not see her after high school, she forever holds a special place in my heart. She helps make my high school experience worthwhile. 3 words for Alexis are risk taker, hardworking, and persistent. Nice job. Our next student is Andrew Liu. He is actually AP testing right now, so finger crossed that he does well. He's going to go to the University of Texas Arlington, study kinesiology. His teacher also couldn't make it, Mr. Jonathan Scott, who teaches AP Environment at Bowie. Andrew says, throughout all 4 years of high school, he was the first teacher I've ever had that's been so understanding of what we do as students outside of school. Whether it's a late student, a student with their head down, or not doing their work, he never gets upset. He always tries to understand our situation because there's always more than meets the eye. Andrew's 3 words are determined, disciplined, and nice. Our next student is our valedictorian, Angelina Nguyen, who wants to go to the University of Texas at Dallas and study computer science. She has chosen her 4th grade teacher from Fitzgerald Elementary, Miss Amoda. She says, I was never the social kid or the smartest kid growing up, but after 4th grade, things have changed a lot. Miss Amoda was very intimidating when I first met her, but over the school year, we established a close relationship that I will forever cherish. She puts an effort with each of our students to show us that we are noticed and cared for. Ms. Amoda has a bright personality. She makes students feel excited about school with a positive learning environment where they all feel welcomed and want to come back each and every day. She has helped instill a love of learning and a love of school that has shaped the student that I am today. I chose Ms. Amoda for the Star Award because she deserves to be recognized for her amazing teaching and impact on many students. Her 3 words are friendly, hardworking, and Optimus Prime. Good job, Angelina. Our next student, Winton Wynn, is also our salutatorian. He will go to the University of Texas of Arlington to also study computer science. He chose Ashley High, who was his advanced geometry teacher at James Bowie High School. He wrote of Miss High, "She has helped me grow as a learner and further develop my love of math. She also allows me to eat lunch and study in her room. I've grown up to be comfortable around Miss High. I'm very grateful for her support through all 4 years of high school." Witten's 3 words are ambitious, thoughtful, and swag. Good job, Witten. Next up, we have Kenneth Q, who will go to UT Austin to study music education. He has chose Tony Worley, an AP music theory teacher at the Center of Visual and Performance Arts, the CVPA here in Arlington. He says, "I chose Miss Worley because she taught me a way of learning that is inclusive and really taught me that making mistakes is the best way to learn. I truly stay engaged in her class, and she always makes learning fun and exciting." Kenneth's 3 words are passionate, diligent, and hardworking. Great job, Kenneth. Next, I have Kong Tran. Kong's gonna stand over here next to me. His teacher was out sick, couldn't make it. I told him I would walk across the stage with him so he wouldn't be lonely. Now, Kong wants to study at the University of Texas of Arlington. He wants to study software engineering. He chose Mr. Brandon Lopez, who is not here with us today, who taught him physics 1 and 2. He says, "Mr. Lopez was loving, caring teacher with a passion to teach and learn and not just to teach and pass." He also says, "Mr. Lizardo was my favorite principal." Determined, goofy, and prepared are his 3 words. I'm saying that for the morning. Next up is Ann Vo. Ann is going to go to the Texas A&M University and study nuclear engineering. She chose Christopher Caldwell, who's the business information management teacher at Bowie. She says, "He taught me a lot of financial issues, inspired me how to spend my money well." 3 words that Ann has chosen are confident, intelligent, and determined. Nice job, Ann. Last but not least is Mindy Vu. University of Texas of Arlington is her school of choice, where she will also study computer science. She has chosen Kelly Berry, the government teacher at Bowie High School. She says, "One semester with Miss Berry was all I needed to grow completely fond of her. In each day I've sat in her classroom, I've noticed and heard demonstrate kindness, patience, selflessness, and devotion. Her dedication to her work and students is admirable, and it is apparent in the way she takes time out of her personal life to ensure that her students get comprehension and mastery in her subjects. I love that she makes an effort to build strong relationships with her students and is genuinely concerned about our well-being. It makes us feel seen. She inspired me to be open-minded and selfless. Her 3 words are bright, open-minded, and adaptable." Nice job, Mindy. Thank you so much, Bowie students. You guys are amazing. Next up, I would like to introduce the esteemed principal of Lamar High School, Mr. Andrew Hagman.
The counselors do an amazing job from when kids get to us in 9th grade to helping them navigate the path to this point. There are an enormous number of options for kids. That's one of the beautiful things about our school district, is all that we have to offer. But it can be a lot. It can be quite the challenge to determine what your path is going to be and what are your best choices as you go. And it's a big responsibility, and our counselors bear that responsibility exceptionally well. So thank you so much for all that you do for our kids. One thing, too, I wanted to mention just about the relationship between student and teacher. Not only is it about education, but when you think about it, teachers are the first adults that are not family members that your kids form relationships with. And so that status is incredibly important. And what these guys have done with these children to help them have a secure, trusting relationship and to know and to learn how to interact with adults who aren't your parents, who aren't family members, it's huge. It's, once again, a tremendous responsibility and a tremendous honor. And so I'm very respectful of that relationship, and I'm appreciative of how much you put into it. So thank you, teachers. Okay, our first student is Nathaniel Cullum. Nathaniel is escorted by Mr. Elwood Want, who taught him advanced biology. Nathaniel is going to go to the University of Texas at Arlington and study bioengineering. He says of Mr. Want, "He made me realize my passion for biology and excited me to learn about how life works." Nathaniel's 3 words, procrastinator. It's good to be self-aware. Easygoing and curious. Chase Doda. Chase is escorted by Ms. Bhupinder Mangat, her chemistry teacher in 9th grade and physics teacher in 10th grade. Chase is going to the University of Arkansas, and she is undecided on her major. She selected Ms. Mangat because she always pushed me to be passionate and focused. You can tell that she cares extremely deeply about her students' success and that she values education and encouragement above all else. She has always made me feel like I could accomplish anything I set my mind to. Chase's 3 words are happy, easygoing, and driven. Tucker Isbell. Tucker is escorted by Mr. Damon Evans, his baseball coach. Tucker is going to go to Hendrix College and study physics. He selected Coach Evans because he's one of my favorite coaches that I've had. He helped me become a better player and young man. Tucker's 3 words, ambitious, competitive, hardworking. Caitlin Kong. Caitlin is escorted by Mr. Robert Wolf, her AP Government and Econ teacher. Caitlin is going to go to the University of Texas at Arlington and study biology. Caitlin's reason for selecting Mr. Wolf, not only did his teaching really prepare me for AP tests and open my mind, he also genuinely cares about his students and made sure that no one was left behind. He always put a smile on my face every time I was in his class with his jokes and funny stories. He's one of the best teachers I've had, and I'm really grateful that I was able to have his class before I graduated. Caitlin's 3 words to describe herself: passionate, sincere, kind. Amy Lee. Amy is escorted by Michael Jones, her Principles of Biomedical Science teacher. Amy is going to the University of Texas at Arlington to study biology. She chose Mr. Jones because I've had him for a teacher, and he connects with his students on another level because of his humor and understanding. I'm also a HOSA officer, so I got a chance to work with him to manage the club. Amy's 3 words are considerate, creative, and independent. Ada Leanne. Ada is accompanied by Ms. Dawn Sermon, her human body systems teacher. Ada is going to New York University to study interactive business and media. She selected Ms. Sermon because she's very supportive through my decision making and has provided a great deal of guidance in my hectic senior year. Ada's 3 words to describe herself: hateful, deceitful, and mischievous. I'm just kidding. I'm just seeing where you're paying attention. Just joking. Dynamic, observant, and hardworking. Miss Ashvi Patel, our valedictorian. Ashvi is accompanied by Mr. Alan Lang, her band teacher. Ashvi is going to the University of Texas at Austin to study biomedical engineering. She selected Mr. Lang because he has seen me grow from freshman to senior year. Throughout that time, he has always been there for me, helping in every way he could. 3 words to describe Ashvi? Motivated, outgoing, compassionate. Those are real. Miss Ellie Rather. Ellie is escorted by Miss Raylene Scott, her AP Lit teacher. Ellie is going to the Rice University to study cognitive science. She chose Miss Scott because she is an extremely passionate teacher who truly cares about her students. Her passion gives me and other students the motivation to work hard in her class and put effort into all of her assignments. Her teaching goes beyond the classroom, as she also teaches us how to be adults and make a mark on the world. Ms. Scott is a teacher that leaves a lasting impact on her students, and so many will never forget her. This is why I chose her. Ellie's 3 words to describe herself: athletic, easygoing, introverted. Parker Schutte. Parker is accompanied by Miss Julie Valdez, his AP biology teacher. Parker is going to Hendrix College to study business. He chose Miss Valdez because she had a big impact on me, not only as a student, but as a person. His 3 words: outgoing, conscientious, and respectful. Miss Haley Weir is our salutatorian. Haley is escorted by Miss Rebecca Archer, who was her teacher in 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Haley is going to UTA to study nursing, and her reason for selecting Miss Archer was because she was my sophomore English teacher as well as my academic decathlon coach 3 years in a row. She has an amazing sense of humor and has been a constant source of encouragement throughout my high school. Words cannot describe the influence Mrs. Archer has had on my life. 3 words to describe Haley: optimistic, outgoing, service-oriented. Emily Wilson. Emily is escorted by Mr. Andrew Walton, her orchestra teacher. Emily will attend TCU. Her major is undecided. She selected Mr. Walton because throughout my career in orchestra, from concert to symphony, Mr. Walton has been infinitely supportive. I know I can ask him for advice about anything and receive a both thoughtful and empathetic response. From kind comments on paper goal sheets to frank discussions during unaccommodating Zoom calls, Mr. Walton has reminded me to not just have confidence in my abilities, but to find joy in improving upon my past self. Emily's 3 words to describe herself: empathetic, insightful, and responsible. I'd like to welcome to the stage Miss Marlene Roddy, the principal of Martin High School.
I too want to thank my counselors. They said to make sure that I praise them more than anyone else had praised counselors today. They truly do make us warrior strong. They support our students, our staff, and our parents. So they do a great job for us, and we're really happy that they serve us so well. I also want to thank our teachers that are here today. They're being recognized because they're truly special individuals that have worked so well with these students. Starting with Erin Blassingame. Erin plans to attend Purdue University. She'll major in aeronautical and astronautical engineering. The teacher she brought today is Miss Elena Davila, her 4th grade teacher at Corey. She says that Ms. Davila has been an inspiration to me from the beginning. Some of the fondest memories I have of Ms. Davila's class come from her reading us novel after novel, encouraging us to continue to learn and dream. I've had many high school and junior high teachers who supported and encouraged me, but Ms. Davila is where the reality of my dreams began. I'm thankful that she remembered me and my passion for space and tagged me on a post that introduced me to the biggest opportunity of my life. Attending the Inter Astra retreat would have never happened without Ms. Davila, and I will be forever grateful. Erin is passionate, kind, and driven. Erin Blassingame. Next is Giovanni Buffone. Giovanni plans to attend UT Austin and major in physics. The teacher he brought with him today is Mr. Paul Locks, his 10th grade Intro to Engineering and 12th grade Digital Electronics teacher. He says Mr. Locks was an important mentor in his life for all 4 years he was at Martin. He always went out of his way to help me learn and succeed in class and other activities I was involved in at school. Giovanni Buffone. And his 3 words are, not here. All right, next is Carson Clark. Carson plans to attend the University of Georgia and major in biology. She brought Miss Linda Helgren with her today, who was her Algebra 2 and AP Calculus BC teacher. She states that Miss Helgren believes in her students, even when they do not believe in themselves. She cares deeply about their success. Carson Clark, and her 3 words, driven, wise, and passionate. Next is Jordan Daly. She plans to take a gap year before attending UT Arlington. She'll major in mathematics. She brought Ms. Jennifer Rothwell with her today. Ms. Rothwell was her freshman advanced English teacher. She says Ms. Rothwell was my freshman teacher, but she mentored me all 4 years at Martin. There is definitely a reason why her room is constantly filled with freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. She encourages her students and is willing to listen to them about anything and everything. She is a role model for me, exemplifying perseverance, strength, love, and endurance. Who is joyful, kind, and patient? Jordan Daly. Christopher Dow, who is our salutatorian. Christopher plans to attend University of Texas at Arlington and major in biology. The teacher he brought with him is Miss Jacqueline Robinius, his health science practicum teacher at the Dan Dybert Career Center. He states Miss Robo is genuinely a great teacher. She truly cares for her students, and her classes are engaging and different from the traditional, sometimes boring classes. We get to experience hands-on activities and explore various aspects of the medical field. Every time I had this class, the time passed quickly and the environment felt akin to a place where you can just hang out with friends. His 3 words are a lucky duck, Christopher Dow. Next is Ruth Hong. Ruth plans to attend Minerva University. She's going to major in computer science. The person she brought with her today is Miss Sarah Stringer, her STEM counselor. She says that Ms. Stringer embodies everything and beyond what a counselor is required to do. She is a nurturing mentor, a dependable supporter, and an inspiring female figure in my life. Her acts of service for others have shown me what I will strive to be in my future life. She has been there for me at every moment of crisis and answered all my questions. Ruth Hong, who is hardworking, inquisitive, and bubbly. Savannah Lay. Savannah plans to attend LSU, major in bioengineering. The teacher she brought with her today is Miss Jennifer Kopetsky, her AP Calculus AB teacher. She says that Miss Kopetsky teaches with a passion that is reminiscent of my 4th grade math teacher that ignited my passion for mathematics. She always begins class with a smile and booming energy that gets everyone ready for learning. She welcomed our class on the first day of school with a bubbly personality, and I automatically knew that this was going to be a lively class that I would enjoy. Her caring and nurturing makes me feel a sense of belonging. She has a positive impact on her students, and I am grateful that I was one of them. Savannah Lay. She is driven, resilient, and focused. Carol Wynn. Carol plans to attend the University of Texas at Arlington. She'll major in computer science. She brought Mr. Taylor Yates, who, by the way, got hurt playing kickball yesterday. And so did one of our other teachers, who was her advanced biology and current AP environmental teacher. She states that Mr. Yates has been a fun and interesting person to know since her freshman year. He is diligent and passionate in whatever he is doing. He spends a lot of time and effort teaching his classes and organizing events like prom, probably more than he should regarding his health. And a side note, Mr. Yates, please drink more water. He always still makes time for his students. He is attentive and a supportive listener, as well as a great advice giver. He makes me comfortable being myself. He is someone I trust. He helps me feel safe when I struggle expressing myself. He's helped me to feel a sense of self-worth and gain confidence. I'm grateful that I had Mr. Yates as a teacher, who is thoughtful, diligent, and resourceful. Carol Wynn. Jennifer Wynn, who is, I'm not sure how to say this, she's valedictorian, she's co-valedictorian, or she's one of two valedictorians. So, but we did have a tie this year. I don't know that we've ever done that before. She plans to attend Harvard University, major in mechanical engineering. She brought Miss Lydia Berry, her 9th grade advanced chemistry and 10th grade AP chemistry teacher. She says, some people you can tell were meant to be teachers, and Miss Berry is one of them. I've known her all 4 years as a teacher, club sponsor, mentor, and friend. She teaches her students to be better people. She does little things like affirmation Fridays and congratulation texts, which build genuine relationships with her students. She makes every student feel special and capable, and I know her impact on others goes well beyond just me. Jennifer Wynn. Who is open-minded, passionate, and reflective. Michelle Wynn. Michelle plans to attend UT Austin, major in computer science. She brought Mr. James Cagle, her science teacher from Young Junior High today. She says that Mr. Cagle helped shape her morals and made her a better person. Michelle Wynn. Who is attentive, diligent, and stubborn. Irene Pham plans to attend the University of Texas at Arlington, major in microbiology. She brought with her Luther Cobby, the librarian from Atherton Elementary. She says, the duties of a teacher are neither few nor small, but they elevate the mind and give energy to the character. This quote really resonated with me as to why I chose Mr. Cobby. When I first came to Atherton Elementary School, everything was strange to me. Mr. Cobby told me I could call him Mr. Coffee if I could not say his name because he really liked coffee. The library was a haven and a place for me to grow over the years. I remember that whenever the book fair would roll around, Mr. Cobby would let me help him set up and run the book fair in exchange for getting to pick anything that I wanted. Projects funded by our library, like the AR store, fueled my passion for reading. Without these opportunities, I believe that learning English would have taken me way longer. I learned how to play chess, how to use different technologies, and how to talk to people. Mr. Cobby's kindness really helped me set up for who I am, someone who loves to read, loves STEM, and likes taking part in extracurricular activities. Irene is hardworking, artistic, and determined. Tina Fan. Tina plans to attend the University of Texas at Arlington and major in biology. The teacher she brought with her today is Mr. Griffin Goldstein, her FBLA sponsor since 10th grade. She says that Mr. Goldstein has provided me with guidance and support over the past 3 years. As a club sponsor, he has been an integral part of my high school career. During the COVID crisis, he cheered me on at the business conference, which was online. Even when I didn't make it to nationals, he was still proud of me. Moreover, he has always assisted me when I needed it, staying late after school to ensure student safety. He has prompted me to venture outside of my comfort zone and take on new challenges and to become a better version of myself. Thank you. Tina Fan. Who is ambitious, genuine, and persistent. Vidushi Subnani. Plans to attend the University of Texas at Arlington and major in biochemistry. She brought her AP psychology teacher, Miss Rachel Peterson, with her today. She says, Miss Peterson is one of the most supportive teachers in and outside of the classroom. From being her student in AP psychology to serving as a Psi Alpha officer, Miss Peterson's presence was comforting and encouraging. Even during COVID, Miss Peterson was confident of my abilities. I'm astounded by her ability to balance her immense responsibilities while radiating utmost kindness and positivity. I cannot imagine my high school experience without her. Vidushi Subnani. Who is sophisticated, independent, and diligent. Sarain Segal plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin, major in computer science. He brought Miss Jamie Ovalle, his orchestra teacher for grades 9 through 12. He says that Miss Ovalle supported me in orchestra. I really love her teaching style. She keeps the class interesting and lighthearted with her random stories and jokes, but she's serious when it comes to teaching music efficiently. She takes time to personally connect and help all her students. A great music teacher must be compassionate, caring, and patient, and she is all of these things. I am proud to have had her as my director. Her passion and generosity have inspired a love in me for music. Sarain Segal. Who is ambitious, articulate, and tenacious. Nicole Tacconi plans to attend Princeton, major in architecture. She brought Miss Rhonda Dunn, her AP literature teacher, this year. She says that AP Lit has been her favorite class this year. I admire the passion and vibrance Miss Dunn creates in the classroom. Several novels and group discussions in her classroom inspired my writings for my college essays. Nicole Tacconi. Who is ambitious, mindful, and caring. Ryan Tan plans to attend Stanford University, major in economics. Ryan brought Miss Brianna Lavelle, his Key Club sponsor. He says Miss Lavelle has given him insight not only on how to be a better student and better Key Club officer, but also on how to just be a better person overall. Ryan Tan. Most of these people are tenacious. He is as well. He's also diligent and lighthearted. Kim Ton plans to attend UT Austin, major in computer science. She brought Mr. Danny Darr, her graphic design teacher. She says Mr. Darr is kind and positive. He makes class fun and encourages creativity. Kim Ton. Who is ambitious, reliable, and thoughtful. And our other valedictorian, co-valedictorian, Heather Van Wasbergen, plans to attend University of California at Davis, major in animal biology. She brought with her Miss Nicola Glenn, her 7th and 8th grade art teacher from Shackelford Junior High. She says Miss Glenn's class always brightened her day in junior high and inspired her to continue with art. Heather Van Wasbergen. Who is curious, creative, and caring. And next up is Mr. Juan Villarreal from Sam Houston High School.
I do want to thank the best counselors in the district from Sam Houston High School. They do a phenomenal job for us. I also want to thank our parents and our teachers for being here. Our teachers do a phenomenal job with our students. Last week I was in a meeting, and one of the things that I shared with them was students may not remember what you taught them, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And I know that our teachers, you made a big difference in our students and continue to make a big difference in them. And I know these students selected you today will always remember. First up is Renee and Twee. Renee is going to Yale University, where she plans to major in cognitive science. She chose Andy Baylash, her AP history teacher, because of Mr. Baylash, fun facts, stories, and overall optimism, and corny jokes. He helped me push through junior year. I'd come to class tired, unmotivated, and dreaded the day. And by the end of the class, my whole attitude would turn around. He really is a ray of sunshine, even though he tries to deny it. Her 3 words were thoughtful, optimistic, and diligent. Next up, it's Itel Borrego. She's attending Texas University and plans to major in kinesiology. She chose Larissa Johnson, yearbook teacher. She chose Miss Johnson for many reasons. She is like my school mother. She has seen me grow since my freshman year. She has witnessed every single change in me, physically and mentally. She has given me valuable advice and prepared me for the outside world. Words cannot explain how thankful I am for her. The 3 words that she used are selfless, determined, and kind. Christopher Gomez. Christopher's attending Texas Christian University and majoring in mechanical engineer. He selected Fair Wakar, his AP government teacher, because his unique teaching style and clear passion for the subject is something I admire. His teachings have gone beyond the subject for me to the point where I have thought about them outside of class. Despite having him for only 1 semester, he taught me very much about the nature of people and the importance of leadership. He's also a softie behind that tough persona, which I think is pretty funny. I relate to his personality and strive to be as impactful as he has been to me. His 3 words that he used are hardworking, disciplined, and determined. Jessica Lohan. Jessica Lohan is attending the University of Texas at Arlington, where she plans to major in business. She chose Jennifer Kopetsky, who is now at Martin High School, but she, as you can see, she's still making a big difference all over the district. Ms. Kopetsky is her former IB teacher. She's an amazing teacher. She is also someone I consider to be a friend. Along with teaching me math, Ms. Kopetsky has taught me to not be so hard on myself, and she kept me motivated throughout the pandemic. Although she is somewhat goofy, I would not trade her for the world. She goes above and beyond for every single one of her students. Everyone deserves to have a Ms. Kopetsky. So Martin, you're lucky to have Ms. Kopetsky. Next up is Gary Wynn. He is the Sam Houston High School's valedictorian, and he is attending Harvard University, where he will major in physics. He chose Chelly Almendares, physics teacher. Ms. Almendares is, most respectful way, insane. From the day that I met her, I knew that she was not a normal teacher. She wakes up at 4 in the morning and starts her day with yoga. She'll call you out for forgetting the units after numerical answers, and she has the craziest humor I have ever witnessed. But while Ms. Almendares is quite interesting, she also cares. During the beginning of COVID, she would host classes multiple times throughout the day to make sure every student had the opportunity to continue to learn. And while I only had her for once on my schedule for my sophomore year, Ms. Almendares has been a teacher of mine for the past 3 years. She would continue to send me resources to ensure that I was successful in all my subjects, not just physics. But what truly made me choose her as my star award teacher is the fact that she believes in me. She would constantly reassure me of my doubts in physics knowledge and take time out of her day to make sure I was able to understand difficult topics. Ms. Almendares also wrote my letter of recommendation, which I refused to read because I am simply not ready. I wouldn't be in my current path in life if it wasn't for this crazy physics teacher. I hope that I can one day repay her back for all that she has done. The three words that he used are motivated, caring, and slay. Next up is Melody Nguyen. She is attending the University of Texas at Arlington, where she plans to major in industrial organizational psychology. She selected Coach Cheryl. Coach Cheryl had to leave in a family emergency, so Miss Carter stepping in. She selected Miss Cheryl because she has seen me grow for the past 4 years as a student athlete. She has taught me how to communicate as a team player while also pushing me to grow as an individual. She has motivated me to explore new things and to never get discouraged. I have seen firsthand the effort that she puts in to make sure that she can be present for all her athletes, and this has inspired me to stay consistent in school no matter how frustrated it can be. She never hesitates to take her students under her wings, and I aspire to reach her level of selflessness. I thank her for trusting me to lead the varsity cheer team as co-captain and for teaching me the values of self-confidence. I owe a lot to her, as she has and always will be a significant motherly figure I can depend on when I need it the most. Her three words are cheerful, get it, she's a cheerleader, motivated, and hard worker. Next up, we have Michelle Nguyen. Michelle's she's our Sam Houston High School salutatorian. She has attended the University of Texas, and she is undecided on her major. She chose Coach Jacob. He always encouraged her during tennis practice. He always helped her improve and become a better player. It did not really work, but at least he tried. And she really appreciated that although she never won very many matches, her time in tennis will be one of the most treasured memories in high school. The three words that she used to describe herself are diligent, easygoing, and calm. My win, she has attended the University of Texas at Arlington, where she plans to major in health science. She has selected Matthew Cullinan, tennis coach, because she has known Coach Connellan since freshman year, and he has never given me any encouraging words. However, his little taunts and sneers always made me practice more, and it was worthwhile. Although I was never good in tennis, I always have great memories and lessons that he taught. The three words that she used are realist, reliable, and observant. Pham Nguyen. She is attending the University of Texas at Arlington, where she plans to major in business. She selected David Hill, her track and cross country coach. She states that his coaching has transformed into valuable life lessons that I will carry for the rest of my life. He taught me that my ability to accomplish my dreams and goals is limitless if given the opportunity. Although his hard practice and training, I have become mentally tougher and physically tougher than ever before. During those times, most practice days felt like an infinite loop of pain, but I know I look back and appreciate every single day. I practice. Now I know that he asked me to endure that pain because he knew I was capable of handling it, even if I did not believe in myself at that time. He has given me numerous opportunities to travel and see different cities and states, which I'm very grateful for. I have created so many amazing memories through the track program, and I cannot thank him enough for allowing me to flourish in an environment that treated me like a family. Once again, I thank you, Coach Hill, for everything. He forever changed my life. The three words that she used are persistent, open-minded, and outgoing. All right, it's Simon Nguyen. He is attending the University of Texas at Arlington, where he plans to major in computer science. He selected Becky class because she taught him how to redevelop a sense of motivation during COVID, pushed him to be hardworking, and put him through a rigorous course to prepare him for college. Thank you, Miss Class. The three words he used are hardworking, motivated, and encouraged. Emily Nieto, she's attending Tarrant County College to take her basics and then attending a major university after that. She selected Miss Alyssa Thompson, her AP biology teacher, because Miss Thompson has been a positive role model throughout my senior year. She has motivated me and supported me to do my best academically and in other aspects in my life, which makes me grateful to be her student. The three words that she used are courageous, steadfast, and sincere. Next up is Ethan Perades. He is attending Texas Christian University, where he will major in global business. He selected Josh Henley, his AP Stats teacher, because he has known him since 9th grade year and has shown him how to enjoy math. Ethan states that Mr. Henley is literally the nicest person with the best intentions to help his students. He has seen me grow out of my bubble, has helped me throughout the way, and has given me great advice. The three words that he uses are ambitious, talkative, and friendly. Monica Rojas is next. She is attending Texas Christian University, where she will major in criminal justice. She chose Jasmine Duran, her drill team director. Ms. Duran is one of my biggest inspirations and role models. She has taught me a lot about the value of hard work and perseverance throughout my time on the drill team. Ms. Duran has consistently mentored me and has been my support during my high school years. Without her, I would not be where I would be today. And I thank her for everything she's done. Her three words that she used are thoughtful, diligent, and resourceful. Joseph Tren. Joseph is attending the University of Texas at Arlington, where he plans to major in aerospace engineering. He chose David Granda, his AP calculus teacher, because he taught me well and he's very easy to approach when I need help. Thank you for all that you do and what you have done, Mr. Granda. The three words that he used are creative, patient, and logical. Next up is Vanessa Tran Lee. She's attending the University of Texas at Arlington, where she wants to major in mechanical engineer. She chose Kimberly Miller, her tech theater teacher, because she has been an active support system during my time at SAM. And she was the first teacher that welcomed me into SAM and gave me an environment to become who I am today. The three words that she used is hardworking, honest, and supportive. Next up is Eric Valenciano. He is attending the University of Arlington, where he plans to major computer science. He chose David Henderson, the AP teacher. He states, I chose this teacher because he always motivates me to move forward. Mr. Henderson's words always felt heartwarming, no matter what he was talking about. He never failed to make you feel at peace. He was always there, positive for us. He always told interesting and funny stories. I especially like the Spanish elevator story. He knows which one I'm talking about. Thank you for always motivating me to move forward. Thanks for helping me sort out my life. Zoom private messages sure come in handy. Your words influence me just as equally as Cap's words would. Mr. Henderson, you are a real live Captain America. The three words that he used are quirky, friendly, and caring. Next up, we have Billy Linson, the AP from Seguin High School.
All right, we went ahead and thanked our teachers and counselors at the table, so we can go ahead and get started. All right. First up, Vince Dang. Vince is attending UT Austin, majoring in biology. His traits are ambitious, humorous, and considerate. His teacher is Ellen Vaughn, his AP statistics teacher. Vince says that I feel like that all teachers I've had, I was able to click with instantly, and I was comfortable talking to her, and I appreciate the effort she puts into helping her students succeed. Next up, Nee Den. Nee is our valedictorian. She's going to UT, majoring in biology, and her teacher is Mr. Zach Amons, her art teacher. Nee describes herself as creative, artistic, and short. She said about Mr. Amons that he's like a friend. He's easy to talk to and is honest with his critiques. Thank you, Nee. Next up, Lan Ho. Lan is attending UTA, majoring in biology, and her teacher is Karen Meacham, her 7th and 8th grade Algebra 1 and geometry teacher. Lan describes herself as sincere, diligent, and perceptive. Ms. Meacham gave me the tough love I needed to grow as a person. She made it clear that she had high expectations for her students, and her students were encouraged to rise to the challenge. As a middle school student, I didn't really have high self-esteem, so I backed down a lot. I would attribute all my successes to pure luck, and while I would be satisfied at the results, I never really felt worthy of those results, especially when I was surrounded by people who seemed to excel at everything, even without trying. I suppose the reason why I have such good memories of Mrs. Meacham is because she was the first teacher to ever tell me that she expected a lot from me. Without her, I feel like I would have simply accepted my imposter syndrome as a part of me and continued belittling my competence, forcing me to work even harder to make up for my lack of pure talent. Thank you, Lan. Next up, Brian Wynn. Brian is going to be attending UTA, majoring in software engineering. His teacher was Mr. Richard Dickerson. Brian describes himself as cautious, easygoing, and a gamer. About his relationship with Mr. Dickerson, he says we have a lot of fun together. He knows how to take into consideration of the students and keeps pushing on even if a lot of stuff interrupts the classes. The labs that I did with Mr. D have been really fun to do, really showed me how to have fun, how fun physics can be. It's probably my favorite science to this day. Plus, he showed me a ton of cool gadgets like the air bazooka, which I'm totally gonna get in the future. Overall, I prioritize fun in a class since it helps to create strong memories of what you're learning, which is definitely what Mr. D gave. He's very approachable too. Also, he's got like an iPad, so that's even cooler now. It's very epic. Thank you, Brian. Han Nguyen. Han Nguyen will be attending UTA, majoring in health and society. Her teacher, star teacher, is Parvinder Singh, her AP chemistry teacher. Han describes herself as patient, thoughtful, and easygoing. Han chose Mr. Singh because he was one of the first teachers I could actually talk to as a friend. We share a lot of hobbies, so it's always fun talking to him. One thing I admire about Mr. Singh is that he takes on a lot of roles. In fact, he is the most well-rounded individual I know. Not only is he a chemistry teacher, but he's head of the science department, a restaurant owner, music producer, traveler, and recently a father too. In the midst of all this, he is even studying to get his master's. I've never been one to be passionate about anything, but it inspired me to explore my options and live life to the fullest. As a person, he's the friendliest person ever. He's the type of teacher that can brighten your day even when you have a chemistry test to take in his class. From witnessing a bottle lighting on fire to attending his Zoom classes, it's safe to say that I have some fond memories in his chemistry classroom that will last a lifetime. Thank you, Mr. Singh, for being my role model and making my high school days a memorial experience. Next up, Tao Mai Win. Tao is attending UTA, majoring in nursing, and her teacher, star teacher, is Brittany Paradiso, her AP calculus teacher. Tyler describes herself as organized, studious, and family-oriented. Mrs. Paradiso as a teacher has motivated me to start putting more effort into school again. Like most students, senioritis hit me hard and early, especially since we had school online for about 2 years due to COVID. During that long span of time, I may have seemed like I had my life together on the outside, but that wasn't the case. In fact, it was quite the opposite. I lost all interest in learning and felt myself going down a rabbit hole of procrastination. However, when I was in her class, I actually enjoyed learning what I was being taught. Since she encouraged us to solve almost everything without using a calculator, I continually had to think critically and exercise a part of my brain that was dormant for the past 2 years to get the answer. Math was fun again, and I felt like I was finally returning to my younger self that enjoyed showing up to school every day. And last but not least, our salutatorian, Ms. Lynn Vu. Lynn will be attending UT Austin and majoring in biology. Her star teacher was Coach John Miller, her tennis coach. Lynn describes herself as creative, ambitious, and independent. She says about Coach Miller, he has been the most supportive, non-judgmental, and caring teacher coach that I've gotten the pleasure to meet. He genuinely cares about the mental and physical well-being of all of his students and athletes, and makes it comfortable for each student to open up, allowing them to work towards the best versions of themselves. He has guided and helped me immensely throughout my college admissions process, and I'm very grateful for it. Coach Miller is truly a selfless teacher that a student can never forget because of his impact and genuine love for teaching and coaching.
Thank you, everybody. What a great day. I hope that the stories of inspiration, of love, of commitment to learning, and appreciation of the teachers who make lives possible into their future. I hope that all made it worthwhile today. Congratulations, students, parents, teachers, counselors, everyone who fed food, mowed the grass, did whatever to get you where you are. Thank you. You're all wonderful, wonderful stars. Have a great day.